It should be all digested by now.
Tell us what you have in detail and how you cooked it.
I just had chicken with mushrooms. Cabbage.
You're the second person
you lost
having
me at
mushrooms.
Lost me at mushrooms.
I want to hear a Wilmy cooking show. Today, we're having chicken.
A cooking show for
mushrooms.
Wilmy would be very boring. I'm diabetic.
He'd be like,
remember?
today
Cabbage.
at the hood, we're having chicken.
Well, I'm getting tired of seafood, dude.
Seafood? What?
I don't see no food around me, man.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, I agree.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms are so good.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I want a 2002
So good.
Z06 Corvette. Trash.
All right, and again, it changed over to another room. I love how it does that.
It's just mad at you.
Nah, it's just the way the new YouTube studio works.
It's just being trash as usual, you know.
Exactly. What's up, Shizno? What is going on, dude? Yeah, because we actually had people sitting in there waiting.
Someone taking a bath or something?
No.
Oh, I hear like water.
Water.
Yeah, so do I hear it.
I do hear somebody
Yeah,
like
I hear
sitting at
something, but I'm not sure what it is.
Someone's
Ghost?
sitting at a fucking restaurant.
It's my dog drinking water, man.
Yep.
My bad.
Told you.
Well, thank you for joining us, sir. We welcome everybody here. And matter of fact, on that note, let's get started.
whoop whoop.
Every time I think about you.
Only the people in the chat watching the show can hear the background. My panel can't hear it, so. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday night. It's time for Gaming Beyond the Box. For once, I did not clickbait this episode. This is basically going to be about frauds, fanboys, and just the useless shit in between. So, we're going to kick this shit off because we're going to try to keep this at 2 hours. We're really going to try it. So, I will start off with Viking's funeral. What's going on, Viking?
Nothing much. Just been playing some D2. Trying to figure out this new puzzle that they fucking put out yesterday.
Symbols.
Yep, symbols and fucking doors. So that's what I've been working on.
I don't know how you guys can do it.
D2, the band game.
Yeah, it's fucking sometimes a struggle.
All right. And as you can see, we've got Crispy Bomb. What's up, Crispy? What you been up to?
What's up, guys? You know, been sick for a couple days, but I'm feeling a little better today. And I heard about some frauds and some fanboys, and it sounded like a lot of fun. And yeah, I've been playing a little KI Classic, which I hadn't played in like 20 years. So I suck balls. But yeah, it was definitely a flashback back to like we used to have this place called the Teen Zone, and I used to kick the hell out of everybody there. So that was always fun. So it gave me a couple flashbacks. I don't know if they're acid trips or not, but I guess we'll find out.
All right, and this was going to be sheer entertainment. Fort Boy, what have you been up to?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I have been up to playing Anthem with, Leo, and now Obi downloaded it, and a whole bunch of other people, and Ghost. Been enjoying it, just doing the Season of the Tide, and been harassing Willie as much as I can, trying to convince him that I belonged in his room at E3.
Nice. I will have guards at my room at E3.
That is not where I thought it was going either.
There will be
said
security. we will do photo ops during E3, and after that, we will be separate.
All you need is the PlayStation symbol on there, and there you go. It'll keep everybody away.
I'll hang out with Bomber and Ghost and everybody else. I'm just going to kind of leave Fork off to the side.
Fork sits back.
Look, what I love is he said, I have a taser, and all I said was, ooh, don't get me.
No, I've got a gun.
It's California, man. You can't carry guns up.
That's okay. You can't carry straws either, so I'll poke your eye out with a fucking straw.
I'm going to give you a paper cut. Ah, fuck.
All right, and next we got HR Bomber. What's up, Bomber?
Yo, what's going on? Excited. Not a whole lot, just doing the whole work thing and being on here and trying to play some Anthem, failing at it, but hey, being on there anyway. But yeah, other than that, just ready to kind of hit up some topics and talk some good stuff and yeah.
All right, and we have Leo. What's going on, Leo?
I've been just recently upgraded to a 4K,
I
and
heard.
my ice balls are melting.
Your ice balls?
Your
Ice
eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Now, if Cloud was here with us, he could tell you
He
about
said
ice
ice
balls.
Oh, good
Yeah.
He
God.
said ice
Yeah.
balls.
Especially if he's doing that streaking thing in 0-degree weather. Jesus.
Yeah, screw that. That's why I live here. All right, and I know I'm going to regret this one too. Obi, what you up to, man?
You're not gonna regret it.
Okay.
Not much. Been playing Resident Evil 2 remake. I know I'm late on that party, but a friend of mine bought it for me because I hadn't played it yet, and on my second playthrough of it, and I'm always questioning myself why I'm putting myself through all this anguish to beat it. It scares the fuck out of me sometimes. But I've been trying to stay off Twitter because all this fanboying and about whether or not the Xbox One S is going to hold everything back. I can still see it in my threads that I've been in. They've been going like 6 days long. And so I've kind of just did the whole hashtag too busy gaming, which is what I've been up to. I'm home all week. Daughter was in an accident, so I had stitches. So I've been with her every day since Saturday and not going back till Monday. So I'm just going to be doing a lot of gaming and hanging out and cuddling my daughter.
There you go. That sounds like a lot more fun.
Yeah.
And then we've got Ghost.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Glad everybody came out. Make sure to hit the like button. Hope everybody's had a good week or whatever.
Who is jacking off and hitting their desk?
Not me.
That's Ghost.
No, it's not. I'm not jerking off and trying to do an intro.
He really likes podcasts.
I'm guessing so. Sorry about that, Ghost. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Other than that, it's life, I guess. I don't know.
All right, and me, well, I'm me. But I just want to say this again. This is
I am me. I am me.
this is
Hashtag I am
It is me,
Yeah.
the will me.
this is
Bow
2020.
before me.
This is going to be one of the biggest years for gaming that we've had in years. There is really no reason to bitch or complain. I mean, there's just not. If you're a fan of Xbox, you should be happy this year. If you're a PlayStation fan, you should be happy this year. If you're a PC guy like me, you just sit back and play what the fuck you got. Because there's always something on Steam. But that's what this podcast is going to be about tonight.
Steam?
No.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be about your ice balls, Leo.
Oh, yeah.
The trend on Twitter lately has been nothing but toxic from a lot of people. And it really amazes me how people that don't like a certain thing can honestly just sit and bitch about that thing all day long. And Shizno, I completely agree, dude. The stupidity is at a fever pitch. And you've got YouTubers that are going just batshit crazy, putting out videos and podcasts every single day. Let me tell you something. There is nothing in the world that pisses me off bad enough that I would want to do a podcast every single day. All right. And don't get me wrong. Everybody on this panel, all of us guys, we do this for fun. We could stop. This could be our last podcast tonight. We would never do another one, but we would all still be friends. And guess what? Gaming would still be fun. That's the whole point behind playing video games. At one point, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, people used to enjoy doing this shit. As Viking, we've been doing it together.
Yep.
We've been playing together for almost 16 years. We've always had fun playing video games. That's what people are supposed to do. If you listen to the fanboys on Twitter and some of these YouTube channels, if you're having fun with a device they don't like, then you're stupid or you just don't know any better. and they should actually correct you and make it right, so you see things their way.
That's right.
Even though, relatively speaking, you are not going to sway anybody's opinion. That's just how it is. Humans, we're weird creatures by nature. You're not going to change anybody's opinion. You're definitely not going to do it, over social media. So,
Or you hope that you don't change anybody's. Yeah.
Yeah, well, chances are it's pretty slim.
Yeah.
I'm a well-known atheist, agnostic, whatever you want to call me. I get people all the time, that tweet me or message me going, "You need Jesus." I've been fine 46 years without him. I'm good. But the same thing works with games. I mean, who needs all the bullshit? Nobody. I mean, just play your games and enjoy them. But we've got several topics tonight that are going to discuss, honestly, how fanboying is killing the industry. And I know...
Wilmy,
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, it's one of the topics we're going to cover anyway. So, with the whole Twitter being kind of just, I don't know, lately just kind of almost negative and everybody has to attack something, I almost wonder if it's because of what that article you put up that is part of the podcast tonight about the... Do you care if I go into it, the YouTube one?
No, go for it, dude. That's what we're here for.
How we have so many different YouTube channels of people that are just angry and negative. And it's like, oh, if I'm angry and negative, I'll get clicks. And it's like, now it's poured over to Twitter, where if you have a different opinion than me, then you're wrong, and I'm just going to, yell at you and whatever. And I don't know. Anytime that I see a Twitter article or even people talking about, I just move on. I could care less. I play on a system to play with my friends, and whether it's a PlayStation, a PC, or an Xbox, it doesn't fucking matter to me. I play with friends to have fun. That's it. So,
and we're all glad he does it on a console instead of coming to our house trying to play with us.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yeah, you got to keep
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Bomber.
I got the double bowl.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, sometimes I get that like bowling ball thumb and thing that he does a lot. But sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth and just, sometimes you gotta put on that, that happy face just to be like,
And
okay,
take it
man.
like a champ.
And you just take it. That's right. You just take it like a champ. I mean, that's just all you could do, man. I mean,
hey, what's a little thumb anal, between friends?
exactly. I mean,
A lot.
It's a lot.
That's got a really good
And see, I kind of agree with AP in the chat. He says it is entertaining, and yeah, it is to an extent. But then the attacks start to get personal.
well, attacks is different. Okay, so 100%. There's a difference between being stupid and negative and can't ever see anything as a happy, good thing. That everything you see in the world that involves plastic has to be negative, just because that's the best way you get clicks or whatever it may be. Like, it's just when you start attacking people, and I see it left and right. I see, it's just we all see it. When you attack somebody, especially when people start attacking devs, because that's been a thing, like, you're completely stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, like not Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, it got delayed.
God, people.
And
It
people
got,
were.
it got
It's been
delayed
15
a month.
years.
Right? What
You
we
can wait
freaking
2
do?
months.
Exactly, and you got still 2 more episodes before the game's even finished.
Nobody
anyway.
said
What the
nothing
fuck?
about The Last of Us too much, right? Everybody just said, hey,
Well, no,
maybe
that
they have
was
to do
fine.
what they do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, no, this is what I'm saying. Like, when you go into fraud status and this and that, like, yes, you could be legitimately upset and be like, man, I was looking forward to that game. But let's not attack people's well-beings and stuff. Like, I'm finding myself, having a lot of respect for a lot of people that I've met over the years, and having to, they'll say something positive on Twitter, and then I got to come to their defense because you got 10 people ganging up on them. Oh, they should have jumped ship. They should have did this, should have did that.
Oh,
And I say, I could go back to my roots and say I'm a freaking Chiefs fan, and we're in the AFC Championship game. And they jumped ship freaking 20 years ago when I became a fan. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to ride the storm. If you believe in something, you believe in something, and that's it. Call me a fanboy, call it whatever you want. But I believed in Sega when they were there, and I got my shit kicked in. So it's my own damn fault. Okay. So, don't sit there and act like I'm naive to the fact that, hey, I could be wrong. but sometimes you end up right. And you know what? For me to be a little bit naive, that's my problem, not yours.
So, Crispy, to go off of yours though, who's to say you're wrong though? I mean, yeah, Sega did kind of fall, but now they're a developer and they're no longer making consoles.
Also, wasn't their fault.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I still play Anthem. People tell me all the time it's stupid, but I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, if I'm having fun, who am I hurting?
No.
Yeah, I played Division when it was supposedly a dead game, and all of a sudden came back. You know what I mean? Even I see mad people playing that now. Like, I don't know what they've done better.
You still play Breakpoint, Bomber?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, damn, dude. Send me an invite.
And see, and even though
you are such a good friend, Leo.
And even though Fort Boy still plays Anthem, he's still on the podcast, even though I think Anthem's like the biggest waste of time.
Well, that's because we talked you out of kicking him off for it.
Exactly. At the end of the day,
like,
guess what?
Wilmy, it's okay.
Me and Wilmy are friends.
And not just that. Dude, not even just that. Who cares about even the friend part? It's just the fact that we just know that, okay, cool, you may like the game. Okay.
Yeah, it's a difference of opinion. Opinions don't always need to be wrong. It can be, hey, I like this, and that's awesome.
And you guys are in denial to the game's problems, and you'll call them out. But it's not to get beat up over. You know what I mean?
And
like, hey, Gears 5 had a horrible launch. No shit. I'm a huge gearhead. Guess what? I could say the fucking game sucked for a while. All right, now it's pretty good, but nobody wants to play it. And the microtransactions suck. Okay, big fucking deal. Now come in, turn it into 100 other things, and talk about Gears 5 for 6 months because I said 3 words. That's what happens.
Dude, yep. And absolutely. See, Fort can tell you, he and I disagree on games all the time.
Oh, yeah. Like, we talk outside, not just texting, not Twitter. We talk on the phone. There are games we disagree all the time on, and guess what? It never turns into an argument. Yeah. He usually tells me I'm a fucktard, which is fine, but life goes on. It's just like, I know Wilmy. And so it doesn't bug me, but it's just, to me, if you can't accept the fact that somebody else is different than you, that they like the PlayStation and you like the Xbox, or they like the Switch, or they like what, as long as it makes you happy, that's all that matters. Because guess what? At the end of the day, competition breeds better stuff.
Exactly.
Well, the funny thing is also is, Twitter or just social media, but as we all know, Twitter's definitely where we see the negativity and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's just pretty bad. So, I mean, the problem is that it's too easy to sit behind a keyboard and tell people they're stupid and wrong. There's potential in this crap. Whatever their opinion is wrong. And I'm like, well, opinions can't be wrong. If you're trying to spew your quote unquote your opinion as a fact, then yes, it can be wrong. So that's where the whole problem, like when they say, Xbox sucks, it's not a fact, it's just okay, then that's your opinion. Cool. I also think Ford sucks, but that's my opinion. A lot of people like Fords.
And I agree with
that. And it's just the same thing. Like, it's just that constant, you have to, like, they just have to be right. They have to be right because whether they're a big YouTuber or they're just a person with 200 followers, it doesn't matter. You just see these people just constantly having to, like, validate whatever decision they made or whatever money they only have to buy a certain thing, and that's what they bought. So they have to make sure that everybody else is on their side. I think it's just stupid. I mean, it is. I mean, shit. If you can't afford all the systems, that's fine. I couldn't either until I got a PS4 last year. Yeah, and then there's people out there that are like, oh, you can't talk about a game because you didn't play it when it first came out. I'm like, well, suck my dick. I don't really care. I will talk about a game if I just now finally experiencing it. So yeah, go eat a dick.
Yeah, you played it, so that counts.
A lot of dick eating going on there.
Yeah, no joke.
A lot of.
We know what's on Bob.
Wow. Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta get that in there.
And I don't know if anybody actually read it.
What, the eating?
There was an article came out at the end of 2019, which just a couple of months ago. CNET actually did the article, so I'm not sure how big of a following they had. I really had to do some digging to come up with it. They actually did a huge write-up on angry YouTubers. And here's the thing. And I'm not talking about, small YouTubers like us. Hell, I'm not even talking about my buddy Dealer. I'm talking about people with like 300,000 to 500,000 subscribers. These
mean,
are
they-
massive YouTube channels.
They named Angry Joe and some other guy by name. So
Yeah, and
they're calling out the big channels, the huge channels.
yep, and a lot of these guys, they learned really quick last year that hate sells, drama sells. You have some people on Twitter that are doing the same thing, and
All the time.
and I and a couple of people were in a party chat earlier on Xbox, and we were having this discussion. And Obi's dying to say who it is, but we're not going to say. It's just like it's crossing over to Twitter, and they're really trying. They're trying to rebrand. And matter of fact, I don't know if anybody heard me on the air Monday night with Noof and I want to call her Parasite Eve.
No, same here.
Primal Eve.
Right.
But Noof made a good point today. Actually, don't champion something on social media or on YouTube, then turn around, a couple months later and start bashing it, and that's all you do. And that's what a lot of these guys are doing. And honestly, it drives click. We're humans. Like I said, we're strangely wired people.
Is
Drama
Kraft taking
sells.
responsibility for that or no?
Oh, I have no
claim
idea.
responsibility of the other shit. So
But
no, all right, bad joke. But
Well, we as humans love disaster. So when there's a disaster, we like to see it. We like to be part of
Like
it.
to
We
see
wanna
what
be-
it's about.
Yeah, exactly. We want to see what it's about, so we're gonna dive into it, and we may even be a little bit into it. Then we're like, oh, you know what? Okay, somebody went too far, and so, and that's just all it comes down to is just.
and that's like
That's
like me.
Enough.
Everybody that knows me or has interacted with me or listened to this channel, I'm a huge gamer. I collect shit. I collect controllers. I've got like 75 controllers. I bought the brand new Elite version 2s the day they came out. I got 2 bad ones from Best Buy. I didn't broadcast this shit all over Twitter. I didn't post pictures of them, yelling "fuck Microsoft." No, I went to my computer, took 5 minutes, contacted support. They emailed me the shipping label and everything. I got my 2 brand new controllers back within a week. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, people blow shit up. They just over dramatize, and some people in this community are just fucking paranoid. And
Willie, what you were supposed to do was supposed to do what they did. What was it last year? That was the big craze. You're supposed to post it and say, "Oh my god, I'm returning this. I'm switching. I gotta switch over because I'm going to the greatness or going to
Greatness
where
awaits.
people love me and whatever." Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's like, dudes, like, there's no such thing as switching. That's just my personal opinion. Regardless, there's no switch. It's just you just
there's a
decided to.
switch.
I just think you. I mean, yeah, that's true. I just like overall is like you just switched from you were an Xbox guy, now you're just a PlayStation guy. I'm like, no, you bought a new system and playing different games. Okay, cool.
You're playing on something else. So
yeah.
to
And
gaming.
see, a couple of months ago when one of my PS4 Pros died, I didn't post that shit all over Twitter, bitching and complaining to Sony. Or the day that Sony decided, okay, well, you can no longer have but one PlayStation Pro in your house on your account. And the little dickhead I got on customer support goes, "Dude, why do you need more than one PlayStation in the house?" I was like, because I play in multiple rooms.
Because when I'm doing your mom, she wants to watch whatever she wants.
I didn't post that.
First of all, he definitely was not in sales.
I didn't. No.
I was thinking the same thing.
And I did not post that all over, social
Yeah, he
media. I
probably
didn't
would've
make
lost his
videos
job.
about it. And I could have, but I didn't because I'm not going to hate on Sony either. I mean, I had a PS4 that was literally kicking the breaker in my living room. I had an electrician come out to check to make sure I wasn't having a wiring issue.
That's crazy.
And this was the PS Pro. So, yeah, the PS Pro
like
just
a jet.
went crazy.
I'm like a jet.
Goddamn wind turbine,
Like,
man.
I didn't post that on social media.
I saw a video of that and I was like, holy crap, that's loud.
Oh, mine would get loud playing God of War or just about anything that put a little bit of strain on it. But I mean, this bitch was kicking breakers in my living room, dude. And
That's insane.
That's when you know you got power.
That's right. Hey, that's the power of the PS Pro.
well, the bad part, I got this big beast of an Origin PC beside me, and it doesn't do that.
So what was the issue?
No, because it has the correct cooling.
Something was wrong with the internal wiring or something. I took it to GameStop because a friend of mine's the manager there, and he took a look at it. And he goes, "Yeah, I just toss it." And I was like, "Well, I plan on tossing it, but."
You could, I don't know, replace the power supply. I mean, I had something similar to the power supplies, and these things are super easy to replace.
Well, I did something even easier.
I
threw it in. I threw it in the trash at GameStop and bought a new one. That was even easier. I didn't have to worry with it. But I didn't post that all over social media. I didn't make countless YouTube videos about it. We didn't, rant about it on the podcast for 2.5 hours for 7 days out of the week. So, I mean, there's a point when you can draw that drama to you, and you will get a following. Matter of fact, Dealer last week on this very podcast was joking about, my tweets about Nostradamus. I probably started a cult somewhere in the Middle East. But the thing is, you can find a following. You can
your invitation.
You can spout off all the bullshit you want. And you can do it all day, every day. And I swear to God, I said it on news podcast the other night. Some of these assholes get up at 7 a.m. in the morning. They drink fucking Massagill douche. They kick their dog. And they jump on Twitter.
Okay, first of all,
still funny.
I touched my dog when we had this discussion, okay? Get it right.
And
which dog?
And they act like, something they don't like is actually at their house molesting their collie. But it makes no sense. And that's why they do it. And here's another thing, too. If a lot of you have never really sit back and thought about this, and I've actually posted it on Twitter. If you don't like what a YouTuber or another person on Twitter is posting, don't repost it.
Or unfollow.
Unfollow, block them,
unfollow, block.
Mute. Mute works great.
Wait a second. I have to inform them that they're wrong. So I have to prove to them that they're wrong.
That's right.
Yeah, and
this is why
reposting it, reposting their bullshit, if you disagree with it.
The fire.
Yeah, not only that, it gives them exactly what they're wanting.
Yeah,
they want that. They want that attention.
You are helping them grow and get attention. Good job.
I saw a post from someone today. I'm not going to mention his name. Just a few hours ago. And I've been friends with the guy for a long time on Twitter. He put up a post of Crap Gamer. And he goes, I'm going to go in his chat and tell him what I think. That's the whole reason Crap does it. I personally, I know, I've never really listened to Crap Gamer. I've got nothing against the dude. He has his opinion. I have mine. But the thing is, Crap, whether you guys realize it or not, the dude's pretty smart because he knows how to play algorithm. And every time he puts one of these posts up, and, as he calls them X-bots, start, reposting these for him, you're doing his advertising.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all you're doing.
I don't know if I would call him smart. I mean, if it worked so well for him, he wouldn't be at a constant decline.
But the thing is, how many subscribers does he have?
He's steadily gone down from 60 to he's like 58.1 now.
That's still a lot bigger number than what we've got.
Months. Well, yeah, but I'm saying
before
it used to be, he used to post realistically all positive things, but since he started down this hate train about it and getting people and triggering people, it's not working for him at all.
And see, like Psycho said, he's a troll that plays the algorithm game. That's what he does.
It works for him on Twitter. It doesn't work for him on YouTube whatsoever.
I mean, if he's still got 50-some thousand subscribers, it's not. I mean, he's still not doing badly with it. But like I'm saying, I just got nothing against the guy. I've never listened to him.
But and also, if you have that many subscribers, you should be able to get over 3,000 views on a video.
Yeah.
So
you should. But the thing is, it's not just him either. There's a lot of other people in the community and on YouTube that do the same thing. And
I'm not disagreeing with you on it. I'm just saying that particular case is like, don't give that guy more credit than he deserves because he's just he's got all the boxes checked off on being stupid.
And see, Graphic agreed. Graphic said he is smart. He knew how to fool a schmuck to work for free. Oh shit! Never mind, Graphic. I didn't realize what you were talking about. Sorry.
It's like double the price for your next graphic, asshole.
But and he's not the only person that does it. I mean, there's tons of them.
There's too many. I mean, they're just playing the game. I mean, regardless if they lost 10,000 subscribers, they're going to gain them eventually back, probably just in a different form at a different time. Things may change. There may be anybody, because I mean, the ultimate thing for any YouTuber is to ride the hype train when it comes to especially popularity when it comes to gaming anyway. You could stay in your little like bubble of what you want, depending on whatever content you're wanting to create. But then, if you're more of a news guy, yeah, that's going to be probably easy just because you can stay in that zone. But if you're more of a, I'm not going to say a fanboy turn news, but if you were a big fan of a certain thing and that's all you talked about, but then, you see all these other people doing well with talking about something else that you didn't really care about, then you may switch over and just see what happens. It's that whole push of, they're doing it and they're gaining people, so I should probably do it. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Where I draw the line at a fraud. Just saying.
No, absolutely no. I completely understand, and I completely understand like the word fraud just because of the the term. It's like you were this way and now you're this way just because of you want clicks or you want to. That's how you make.
Yeah, it's money. Somebody that you shouldn't really invest your time in.
Exactly, because that okay, if they're that way just for this, they're probably not. They don't care about you as a person at all. Because if they don't care about anything else, if they don't care about their content, truthfully, they just want whatever allows them to make money or make whatever. I mean, I don't know how the whole YouTube and shit works. I mean, I'm a damn Alabamian working in a sense 9 to 5 and freaking not making a lot of money out of it. So hey, that's just what I do.
But as a matter of fact, it's not. And the sad part is, you actually have so-called gaming sites that are taking info from YouTubers and people on Twitter, and they're making articles themselves from what these guys are putting online.
Yeah, kind of like stealing Ibarra's stuff. Yeah, that was smart. Like a dumbass. I'm sorry.
They took Ibarra's quote and flipped it around and actually wrote an entire article on it.
Ibarra's getting a PS5, not getting an Xbox, but he had to go back because, from what I understand, he was pretty pissed off about it. He had to go back and say, just because I'm not getting a Xbox, I'm still supporting the platform because I'm getting their games via their Game Pass app. Xbox is a platform now. It's not just about the console.
Well, and one thing a lot of people seem to forget, and Dealer brought it up last week, is the PlayStation 5 is a new generation. So it's moving from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. The Xbox Series X is not a new generation. It's just an upgrade. It's just like the S, just like the X. It's just better graphics. That's it.
And so a lot of people... Times.
Yeah. I mean, overall, it's a better console, but it is still going to be an Xbox One. So, and a lot of people seem to forget that. It's like, no, look, they're not. It's a computer. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. When you get a new computer, you can still play your normal games. Why? Because it's still a computer.
Yeah, and like J-Mo said, he flat out said he'll always be Team Green, and that wasn't part of their article.
Well, of course not. They had all they saw was him just saying that I'll buy a PS5, and that's what they ran with it. And then the worst part, and I'm not even going to go with this particular, like just saying like, I mean, yes, it was stupid for that one news or whatever they are, journalist / just person that has a computer can write, is that all the people, all these different people ran with it like it was the truth. Like it was like, oh my gosh, yes, he finally left Xbox and he's so salty with them and he left on bad terms and that's why he's going PlayStation. I'm like, y'all are freaking stupid. Like, come on.
The whole reason the Series X is the way it is right now
It's
is
because of him.
Because of him. And it's what people don't understand. I mean, if you're not in the know, it's easy to understand.
Well, you don't even have to be in the know.
But
just
on the outside, you see someone quit. You know, I mean, Sean Layden quit or whatnot from PlayStation.
Well, nobody knows if he quit or was fired. They've never really come out and said.
But see, that's the same thing too, because there's some Xbox people out there too, are like, oh my god, he must have really left on bad terms. Well, you don't know shit. So quit talking about it. You have no idea.
Think of all the changes that happened within the 24 hours of him leaving, and you're like, yeah, I think he was pushed out with the fucking broom.
I mean, you could think that. You just don't know it. Nobody knows. Nope. Just like Ibarra. You don't know if there was any bad thing, and there could be. Nobody knows except for the people that hired and fired. Like, sorry, that's just how that works. They keep it all to themselves, unless that one person that was fired or left is truly mad, and then they, voice out. But, as you could tell, Sean Lane was in a big... he was in a huge position. He's not going to sit there and badmouth anybody, regardless of the situation. Mark Ibarra, same thing there. Why? You're not going to win anything from it, so just you move on.
Well, also it looks bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks bad, especially at a position like that. If you try to badmouth anybody, like, come on, like leave that up to the president to do that.
Leave it up to every politician I've ever seen on TV.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's just
you borrow 2020.
And see, go ahead.
Sorry. No, you're good.
Even Kotaku, Kotaxo, whatever you want to call these people.
I like the last one.
Yeah, I do too. Jason Schreier, is that the little bitch's name? Jason Schreier?
Yeah.
Okay, the dude that will block you if you say the least little thing that he disagrees with or you disagree with him in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
This little pompous asshole actually got Journalist of the Year a couple of years ago, which amazes the fuck out of me because I thought to write a sensible article you had to at least be able to grab your ass with one hand, right? But the thing is, most people, I'm not even sure if some of you guys realize this or even knew. Kotaku has been blacklisted by a lot of game developers.
Oh, absolutely.
For falsifying information on their games or leaking info on their games. Did anybody actually in the chat know that?
Yeah, I think Bethesda was the first one to do it.
Bethesda was the first.
And the last, probably.
I didn't know all of that.
Ubisoft.
I didn't know it at all.
Ubisoft has actually blacklisted Kotaku, which means they don't get exclusive deals anymore from these companies. And that's where another part of this conversation is coming in. Not only do you have jackasses all over Twitter and YouTube just spreading basic bullshit 24/7, like I think me and Dealer were talking earlier today. Now the PS5's up to, I think, was it 37 teraflops, Obi?
Man, that thing keeps growing. That thing's fucking awesome.
I just saw a pig fly.
Hey,
I
I mean,
saw a funny tweet about that where they said eventually the PlayStation 5 is just going to be a supercomputer.
Look, it's 38.4 and it's $400, man. I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, if it does all this shit, I hope it washes my dishes too at that point. 'Cause I've got a dishwasher. But the thing is, this actually happened to these guys back in 2013 and 2014. They tried to stifle the news so not a lot of people would know. But when it comes to these review sites, and we were actually talking about this before we went live, I have no idea why anybody pays attention to these journalistic Twitter accounts or any of them. Because all they do, just like JMO said in the chat, they're fanning flames. And they admit they're biased. Jason Schreier says it all the fucking time. Because Microsoft will not split their tongue and lick both sides of his raunchy asshole at the same time. He comes right out and says it. That they are biased. And writing respectable journalism is not what they do. And most of these companies actually get kickbacks from the games that they're supposed to be reviewing. They get trips. They get free game codes. they get all sorts of shit. So I mean, if you're going to, if that's how it works, of course they're going to, write a great review for a game or a developer that's sending them the most stuff.
Well, you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. So,
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to,
You're not supposed to do that?
a 7's not a bad score, and it's actually a 2, so we'll give it a 7 because, that's not a bad score.
Thought it was an 8.
Yeah, well, I don't remember what the name of that review
I thought it's only
company
bad
was
90.
about Death Stranding, where if you didn't see the score and you read the article, you'd been like, oh man, they probably scored this at 4. They said the game's not fun at all.
Yeah, they actually said it was
a
basically
98.
not playable and all this other stuff, but they gave it like a great score.
Was it a
Well, I
100
mean,
that
the
they
load
gave it, or
screen
99?
is awesome.
Yeah, the load screen is pretty good. But it makes no sense, and people just really need to. Somebody actually said in the chat a minute ago. That's what Google's for. Research. Don't take these guys' name just because something's on the internet, folks. Trust me, it's not true. So Abraham Lincoln said that back in 1984, but nobody caught that. You slow.
That was when I was born.
Internet wasn't invented. Al Gore had not invented the internet yet.
Damn, I didn't know
Abraham
I
Lincoln wasn't
born
alive in
around the
'84
Civil
either.
War.
And Abraham Lincoln wasn't alive, but okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was.
Conspiracy theories.
But
Always alive.
Hey, Will
Illuminati.
no.
For me, I'll buy a game if it looks good, and that's about as far as I go. If I haven't bought it yet, I'll talk to friends that know what I play. I don't play a lot of single player games, as a lot of in the in the podcast. I play a lot of multiplayer, so all my friends aren't going to suggest a single player game for me. Why? Because they know I'm not going to play it. Bomber, Wilmy, Ghost,
like
all of them
playing
know. Yeah, all of them know I don't play those games. So if I haven't bought a game yet and I know Wilmy has it, I'll ask him why. Because I trust Wilmy's opinion because we've talked about other things, and he'll be like, "Nah, I don't think it's gonna be up your alley." Oh, okay, fair enough.
which is
Why?
odd because Fork's used to playing with himself anyway, so that just
Yeah, right.
No,
he doesn't do
usually
single
it's
player.
single. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
But he
Look,
told
you
me
haven't
about
lived
it.
until someone else has put it there. Okay.
I mean, the dude even draws little happy faces on his fingers and shit. So,
I thought we weren't going to talk about that, man. That was in therapy.
but I mean, the thing is, man, all these review sites do it just as bad as on Twitter and YouTube. And
Fork, I hate to say, but my sister's not a therapist.
Yes, she is.
okay, we're not going down that road.
When she opens her mouth, I feel better.
And
I
you
guess
know,
that's a form of therapy.
I actually blew a dude's mind Saturday night because I was on the podcast.
All right, we're going there now.
All right, making sure you fuckers were awake.
Nice
But
segue there, Wilmy.
gotcha. But I was on a podcast Saturday night with Luca, and there was a guy came on there, and he was a huge, Sony fanboy, and I don't mean like a person you could actually talk to. The guy just wanted to scream and yell the entire podcast. And the funny Bomber's sister had to chime in. It blew his mind when I told him on the podcast that I'm buying the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 on release. And that just really made him stop to think. And I'm like, dude, you're not going to sway me one way or the other. I'm happy you like PlayStation. You just don't have to get all emotional over it. But I'm buying both. I don't give a shit what you think. And it really made him, it put him in pain apparently because he sounded like it was hurting after that. But that's the thing, man. It's like
I need names and timestamps.
You just need to play games. That's it, man. Don't take these people seriously. I mean, to us, this is just something we get together on Wednesday nights and do for shits and giggles. Because we all love to play games and we just come here to entertain you every week. I don't give a shit if you don't like what we say. I mean, evidently you do because you're here. We try to make it entertaining. We try to get some gaming news in here and there. And, that's it. I'm not trying to hate on one thing or the other because, if you ask me my honest opinion, I've already got something beside me that'll eat both consoles this gen. So, that's it. Just don't pay these assholes any mind, man. And if you quit feeding them, they'll eventually go away, maybe.
We'll see. Like what their biggest thing is, they have to ask you why. Like, why you buying it? Well, because I can. because I want to.
Yeah.
I want to. I can, and I enjoy it.
States.
Like, I can do this. I want to.
And see,
but
for
why?
me,
But why though? You gotta tell me a good reason. What's a good reason? They play video games, and I like them.
yeah. And see, that's
That's
what,
the reason.
And I can play with my friends. It's
Exactly.
weird.
Yes, I
Well,
can talk to
why
my
did
friends and
you-
play with them, man.
Why'd you buy a car?
Yeah. Because I don't like to walk, man. I gotta drive, man.
I mean, you could ride a bus. You could take Uber. I mean, so
but
I mean,
no,
to me,
you should have bought the Ferrari though.
yeah,
Instead
exactly.
of Lambo. Like
I mean,
Lambo's
at
just
the
not
end of the
cool.
day, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and they stink. And the moment you realize that, then you realize what asshole you want
Hey.
to sniff.
everybody has assholes,
Fruity.
and Fork is trying to touch them
Nope.
with his thumb. Don't forget
That thumb.
I'm going to
I'm
touch
telling you.
them. It's not the thumb, though.
The next one.
But you want to go back into the YouTube thing, Fork? About
Yeah.
about some of these other guys we were reading up on.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to think about what we were talking about for a second. Sorry.
Oh yeah, this is a podcast. We're not on Twitch.
What day is it?
You know, before we do that, something that I would like to see on Twitter. I mean, I've been posting a lot of game clips and screenshots lately. I want to see more of that, more of interaction between people on that, or just positive shit on
Like
Twitter.
people
So I
playing
wanna
games
see
is
more
what you're
of.
meaning.
Yeah, the actual gameplay.
Oh, wait, that's a
Times.
thing.
I mean, half of these YouTubers, do you ever see them actually post a clip of them playing? Like at all?
So, dude, I do it. Don't I do it all the time, guys? I mean, you can find.
Yes.
I mean, it might be Gears a lot or Mortal Kombat,
But that's
at
what you
least I'm-
like.
You know what I mean? But once in a while, you'll see like the killer. Like one, I'm just like, let me see what this Killer Instinct how it plays now after 20 freaking years. You know what I mean? I'm like, God, I'm horrible. I used to be good at this game. What is going on? You know?
I posted a lot of Borderlands in my day.
You know, even that Untitled Goose
Yes,
game.
you
I thought
did.
that clip was hilarious.
Goose.
That was gay.
But like the problem is though, the people that start like not saying anybody here is doing it because I definitely have not seen it, but you start seeing these people that do post stuff, they're having to bash another game, or they're having to bash like, oh my gosh, you'll never see this on X console or whatever. Like, come on, like stop. Like, what are you trying to prove? You're proving
I
nothing.
agree.
Like, I just skip over it. I'm not gonna like it. I may follow you, but I'm not liking what you just put because there's nothing for that for me to care about.
It
Like,
might be really good gameplay too, so you kind of ruined it.
exactly. It may be a really good gameplay, but then you ruined it by what you're writing about or why you're putting this out there. You're not putting this out there just for people to be like, man, that is freaking cool. I should probably play that game. Like, yeah, you should because it's a good game. Like, that's not the conversations you have. You have, oh, because it's on this, because it sold 170,000 million trillion consoles, so you need to play it because of that. Like, it's stupid. It's
That's a lot of consoles.
absolutely. It's a terrible number because it's a fake number, so it's even better.
Hold up just
You
one
know,
second, guys. Tippus,
really
thank you for
affecting-
joining, sir. Welcome to the Sporks. And Adam, thank you for the super chat. He says, Obi, they don't even share their trophies or achievements or tags. You think they would share their gameplay clips? Hell nah. And that's true, dude.
No.
You never see them. You never see them do
So-
it.
Now,
So,
I will say
one
that
thing-
there is a YouTuber that I think that we all know of, the Rad Brad. He is a mainly PlayStation guy, and I feel like he's the only positive person in that entire bunch.
Yeah.
Who does not care what console you play on. And he'll occasionally be playing on his One X, and he doesn't have anything bad to say. He's just a positive dude.
Of course, and you can be, you can criticize things, and that's not what we're trying to say here. And I think that maybe some people may think that as like we're, fully criticizing but like you can't. If you criticize something, it has to be something negative. Like no, like you can just be like, man,
Criticism can be healthy and
as absolutely like the UI on the Xbox, it needs to be fixed. It's gotten better, but it still slows down. It still needs to be fixed.
Yeah,
It-
it's still
like,
fucked up.
come on, like PlayStation definitely has a simple UI, but it's flawless. You have no hiccups. It's fast. Like I could easily compare those two and go, so yeah, Sony definitely has that over the Xbox, easy. But that doesn't mean like, okay, now I'm trashing my Xbox. I don't need it because the UI sucks. Like, no, come on. Like it's just like it's okay to say things are just not as good on them or certain things. It's like it's fine. That's okay because you can have conversations out there with it. But usually conversations turn into the whole, people have to like defend their box because that's their box.
I have to defend my box because it makes my penis bigger. Does it look bigger, Fork? Does my penis look bigger if I talk about a PS5 Fork?
Everybody see that one with the plastic wars with the GI Joe? Plastic wars with the GI Joes. That was hilarious.
I think I kind of fucked Fork up with that one, didn't I? He wasn't
a little bit.
Yeah, he's not even talking. Yeah, he went on mute.
Nothing to say for it.
He's imagining it.
He still doesn't even know.
I know. Fuck y'all.
Oh, wait a minute. You said fuck it all. Let's see. Do we have it? Oh yeah, we do. Yep, there it is. Oh, and see, like J-Mo said, I do have a fake Southern accent, J-Mo. I am really from Southern Jersey.
Damn Jersey bastard.
What are you talking about? You're from Ohio.
Oh,
Better than Jersey.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
But, and the funny part is, too, man, after, I think in the last 8 days, I was on 7 different podcasts. And, it's funny to me. I respect a lot of people in this community. I really do. I think some just need therapy. Maybe like a good kick to the head or something.
That fix a lot of it.
See, and Ghost agrees. And we're crazy combat fuckers. We know.
Shit,
but
a lot of people's fucking head too.
Exactly. That's the problem. They've never had their ass kicked.
Yeah.
But Cypress doesn't sound like I'm from California. But the thing is, man, it's like I say, some of these people just have nothing. I mean, this is their whole world is defending a plastic box. And I personally, I don't get it.
It's a sad existence for them.
Yeah, I mean, how would you...
Let's wake up.
How bad would your life suck? If you wake up in the morning, you get up, you brush your teeth, you take a piss, and you're like, here we go back to the PlayStation grind. Maybe you're just hoping that Jim Ryan sends you a check one day or at least a postcard or something, But you don't even get that.
I mean, people, I don't get it. It's just, I don't know. I do the daily forking cheer. I kind of got off it a little bit, and then we started it up again. But, I mean, we even try to be positive in here. I just don't get how people think that if they're negative, and yeah, they see other people growing negative and everything, but it's like, how can you be negative and live with yourself? I would go nuts. Like, I am not a negative person.
Well, the worst thing is you get negative people around you at that point. Like, you won't
surrounding yourself.
You won't get away from it. Like, even if that's just your persona for this particular thing, you're going to keep surrounding yourself. And when you keep surrounding yourself, you have no choice but to stay in that section. Like, you're just going to stay there. Like, that's your only choice because you've made your bed and you're laying in it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just the wrong person.
I don't think I've ever said this, and I know I haven't. I've never said this on a podcast. A lot of you guys know the type of business I own. We do crime scene, trauma, and stuff like that. There used to be a really popular YouTuber a few years ago. And this was long before, I mean, I had watched his videos. This was back when, Call of Duty was just starting to come out on the 360. I wasn't aware of who he was or what he did for a living, ironically. I got a call for a property here in my hometown, and it was a suicide. I'm not going to say the YouTuber's name, but he was actually a pretty funny guy. But his channel started going downhill. I looked him up after, we did the cleanup at the property. I mean, basically, I scraped this guy's brains off his bedroom wall. His YouTube channel had started to decline. He really wasn't getting that many hits anymore. He was losing money because he was used to making a lot of money. And this was back before YouTube, had copyright strikes on every fucking thing you do. And he actually started using his kids in his videos trying to boost more likes. Well, apparently that wasn't working out for him, and he got in some issues with that. They were calling it child abuse, and he shot himself in his bedroom.
That sucks.
Yeah, I've never said that on the podcast, but I mean, that's what this guy did. And it wasn't until after, we had done the cleanup, got the home ready, and that's when I looked him up on YouTube and I was like, holy shit, I remember seeing clips, this guy had put up. And I think if Viking thinks about it long enough, he'll realize who I'm talking about. The letters from Call of Duty. But But I mean, he was a funny guy. He was the first person I ever actually listened to about gaming on YouTube, and that's how it ended for him. But that's why I say, dude, it's not that serious, man. Play what you want to play. Fuck all the haters. There's just no room for them. And it's like you guys were saying a minute ago. If you get yourself in that rut, of just constantly having to hate everything, that's where your life's going to fucking stay, man. You're just going to stay in that fucking rut forever. And folks, I'm here to tell you, life's fucking short.
That's when you hit that uninstall Twitter. If you have to, uninstall YouTube. Take a step away. Maybe go on a little vacation. Okay, take some R&R for yourself. This social media thing, especially some of us that are older, like I had the stupid Nokia phone. We didn't have none of this BS.
Oh no!
Okay, you know what I mean.
You couldn't type all that bullshit on that.
No. You could. You'd be there for about 9 years.
Dude,
Yeah.
Oh God! I hit the E. I gotta do it again.
All over again.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, and you have to look at you have to be mindful that kids are already used to this, so they're actually probably more prepared for this than we even are. You know what I mean? So I've gone through the motions. I went from the bottom to the top, but there are some that have went where that Nokia phone is, where I was already like 10 to 12 years old. From there onto this, and they might not be prepared for it. I've watched technology go from nothing to something. You know what I mean? And some people have experience in all different places. And you might end up with something like that. So be mindful also of what you say to people, because some people take it to heart, which is kind of sucks. But at the same time, you don't want to hear that somebody does something like that because it may be something you said. I think that would be horrible. That's why I try to be positive. That's why I try to call out facts. If I'm going to argue with somebody, I don't try to bring up about any personal stuff. I bring up about either my point of view or facts. Now, at least what I see as facts. I mean, maybe some people don't want to see the facts in front of them, but that's their problem. I'm not going to argue with them about it. But that's something that you go back to. It's your opinion, but I see people attacking people, like calling them idiots and morons, and bringing up like horrible like acronyms and stuff. It's like, come on, you're talking at the end of the day about PlayStation or Xbox. I mean, who really cares that much? Come on.
See, that's the thing, man.
And PC, you forgot the PC.
And a lot of us are older than you, Crispy. I remember when technology was a black and white television.
Yeah, and actually, I played on a black and white TV. To be honest,
we were the remote controls.
Hell, they remember when they were made.
I remember my dad brought home a VCR that had a remote control, and we were all excited until we unpacked it and found out the remote had a 3-foot cord, which didn't reach the fucking couch.
Yep. And you had to rip the thing, and it came like in a big fucking suitcase.
Oh no, my dad bought it, dude. Like he bought it. Like it was like we're like, oh, dude, Dad bought a VCR. Like, I mean, back in the day, that's like buying a fucking Xbox. VCRs were fucking. And he bought it, and we're all like, this is awesome. And then we found out it had a 3-foot cord, couldn't reach the couch. We're like, we are still the remotes.
Yeah, I mean, so technology for some of us, man, and I'm still astounded. That's why I surround myself with it.
Right.
That's why I have every TV in my house is all 4K. Even the TV mounted on my rear patio is 4K. But that's why I do it, because it still amazes me, and that's why I'm thankful every day. People bitch and complain about games. Shit, man, I'm awestruck to look at some of the games we have now.
Right.
It's just
because Atari really. When I played Atari, I wasn't into gaming then. I'll tell you that.
Well, I was
basically like, oh, I'm gonna go ride my bike now. I'm good with this Pong shit. You know what
Yeah,
I
well,
mean?
Pong. I mean, you had a little, the little paddle controller, and you had a line across the screen in the square.
Yeah,
It wasn't even
and you
a
still
dot.
had the arcades. The arcades were still relevant. They still had better games. But I played Super Mario for the first time on the NES, and I was like, "Oh, this is crack." You know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah.
Right.
this is what it is." You know what I mean? And that's why I go and say, like, people could be like, "Oh, you're an Xbox." No. Right now, I'm a fan of Xbox. They grabbed me with Gears. That's the way it is. I was a fan of Sega. I was a fan of Nintendo, and I played PlayStation for 12 years. For the love of God. Did I have one exclusive game that grabbed me? No, but they had every multiplat on there, so that's why I played it. You know what I mean? Like, I used to walk down the street to Blockbuster, and there used to be a wall of PlayStation games and, like, this little, like, 10-foot section at Sega games. And I said, well, Sega's dead. And I went to PlayStation. You know, and it took me forever. I grabbed onto Sega until, the Dreamcast came out and the wall got even smaller, and I was like, oh, fuck. You know, they're done.
Dreamcast was so nice.
And it was so far ahead of its time. The technology was so far ahead of its time that people didn't even know how to develop for them. I think that's what happened with that console, to be honest. But it sucked. I mean, because I loved Sega to death. But at some point, you have to say, you know what? If I can't get games for it. But I don't feel like Xbox is going to have that problem. You know what I mean? I feel like Xbox Live has always been a step ahead of the PSN. And, people can argue with me about that, but I have a couple friends that are switching over to Xbox now because of Game Pass, because it's more affordable, and because they like the services better. So, they've been playing PlayStation for 10 years now. I mean, you could argue with me all you want, but I got people right next to me saying, you know what, I play multiplayer, and I think it's better on Xbox, and now I'm getting my Final Fantasy game, so I'm coming over. So it is what it is. I mean...
Yeah, at the end of the day, if that's what makes you happy, that's all that matters. Wanted to also thanks Adam for the super chat. The big issue is game grifting gets you attention, even if it's negative. These people feel better because they got attention before being like a naughty child. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you're feeding into it.
The best way to deal with it is
100%.
just block them. Anybody who wants to get negative douchebags, just block them, and then guess what? Your feed doesn't get negative anymore because you block all the douchebags. They can all suck each other's dicks for all.
And that's why I have 19,274 people blocked.
So I was going to bring that up, Wilmy. I wonder if Kotaku has more blocks than you, with the fact that if you disagree with him, he blocks you.
I don't know.
I wonder if you could send him a message and he would actually tell you, whoa.
Like, I feel like this is something we
And
need
then
to
block you.
He actually doesn't have me blocked because I've never really communicated with him on social media. I don't care enough. So
all you'd have to do is just snap a little screenshot pic of your number and be like, "Come on, bro, snap a picture back. Let me see what you work with.
Come at me."
then he'd probably block me for that.
Well, then you'd know. You'd be like, "I obviously won that fight."
Oh, then I could talk about. I have a larger penis because my block list is longer.
Wow.
Oh, I'm seeing how this works now.
Bro.
Wordplay. I like it.
Yeah, I see how this is working.
Like a DMT strand, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
But okay, let's see. What was this? We said one of them was Angry Joe. What was the other one, Fork?
Hold on,
I can't remember his name, but this guy actually, they went back at him, and he actually agreed to go along with this test, and he made a new YouTube account and tried to do positivity.
Jim Sterling.
Yep, thank you.
Oh.
By that time, it was a little too late. His crowd had already gotten used to him basically hating on everything. So,
And he does.
that did not last long.
Oh, I mean, but we could give a prime example of somebody positive. I think Lamar Wilson's pretty positive. You know what I mean? Like, his channels are pretty funny. Like, he's kind of corny.
Oh, Lamar. Okay, I knew who you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty popular, you know.
Yeah, he's very popular. Yeah.
Because he's the one that starts out every video with the knife, right?
Yeah. He's Lamar Wilson, and then he's always doing some kind of unboxing, and then he's always screwing up. He gets you to laugh.
Then he always drops
you know
it.
what I mean? Yeah.
He sits there and drops the special edition Gears Xbox. Like, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Okay, I got you.
I mean, he's got a good base, you know.
Oh,
he's
dude,
pretty funny.
He's not out there bashing nothing or saying negative about anything. He likes most everything he, of course, gets, which, yeah, I would too. But, like, he's just not out there trying to make, a one-sided affair.
I
Somewhere.
feel like he's just being genuine to who he is, and I feel like
Absolutely.
we're getting into a point where people are starting to be not genuine, and I'm sure it's got to eat at them a little bit. I mean, I couldn't see myself, not being able, having to be negative if I had a YouTube channel, and that's the only way I could get, views or anything. I would always have to be myself. Like I can't see myself, caring about that enough. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, some people just are that way. They just like
And
being
see,
that way.
I guarantee you right now that
Beat
there's
up
a
on
couple of people in the chat that's just waiting for me to mention their names. But you know what?
That son of a bitch called me out.
That's not my style. See,
How is that a big deal? He calls me out all the time.
well, you're different.
No, it's different.
But
Whoa,
you know,
Leo.
but we don't do that here because this is a positivity podcast. Everybody hold your hands together, go kumbaya. No, fuck that. I'm just kidding.
Oh God!
I was kidding.
I'm gonna touch Wilmy at E3.
You are fucking not getting near me at E3, bitch.
We know.
My wife will be right beside me with like a big fucking katana.
Look! All I need is one of
They
your
just put a
hairs.
lifetime video on it.
Look, I just need
What
one
are
of
you
your
gonna
hairs,
clone him?
so then I can make my own little Wilmy.
Yep, that's.
Oh god.
All right.
Thought about it. It's gonna happen.
Okay,
Oh, by the way,
maybe
if anybody's
maybe.
wondering, off chat, yeah, I'm still this way.
Yeah, he really is. That's the sad part. Everybody on the panel has a restraining order for it.
I mean, restraining orders are just future dates. I know where you're
But
gonna.
it doesn't work on YouTube.
I
I
know
didn't
where
have
you
to get one
live.
'cause I know he won't come
I know
to
where you're
Ohio.
gonna be at a set time. This is great.
In other news, Wilmy Hood will not be going to E3. I've already canceled my reservation.
I have canceled everything.
But that's the thing, man. I try to be cool with every single YouTuber. I think there's so many guys, man. I think the world of. They're just really good people, even behind the scenes. Like I saw somebody talking about Boom a minute ago. Boomstick, he's an awesome guy. And Boom, I'm sorry, I almost called you by your real name, because it's a habit. I see it on Facebook all the time.
Boom is a nice guy.
And
I mean, he's-
Dealer, I think the world of Dealer, all his crew at RDX. Noof Nukem, that's no surprise. Me and Noof, that's my Canadian brother from another mother. There's just so many good people in the community, man, to listen to and not deal with all the BS.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's all there is to it. And that's why these guys keep doing it, man. That's what feeds them. And it is a sad and lonely existence. That's the sad part. It's got to be lonely because they ain't getting laid. Sorry, I said that out loud, didn't I? But
Well, that's the fucking truth. Fucking sad fuck.
but
Look,
Damn
my
sensor ain't
hand,
working.
if I put little hair on it and a permanent marker and some eyes, she's an Alatoya.
I live alone. Nobody ever comes over my
Interesting that you went.
He went.
And Beezy, I'm guaranteeing you, dude, we will be recording stuff at E3. I've got the oh god, whatever this little cameras are called.
GoPro?
Yeah,
GoPro.
GoPros. I've got the
I got an
GoPros. I've got the GoPros. We got tablets. We got
Phones.
laptops. Oh yeah, dude. We'll definitely.
Shit will be recorded. It's
I'm
whether
back.
or not we'll be able to air it because it'll be like, well, this is fork touching so and so, and this one we got kicked out.
Yeah, I
This
don't
is
know.
fork touching so and so. This one we got kicked out.
The video may get
gonna be a lot of-
may get taken down of me hitting fork with a baseball bat. But, I don't know.
God damn it! Stop it!
This is fork tied up again, thrown in the closet.
This is Bomber saying, I didn't think we were really gonna spoon.
Why are you touching me? Oh God, not again.
And see, I think that's why
Small
my
spoon,
wife.
small spoon.
Hashtag send help.
Hashtag say-
I think that's why my wife actually wanted to go. Is to make sure fork didn't get too close.
Probably.
Probably.
She
I was
got,
like, I got
got
you
dressed
back.
up as like
He sounds
katana
so
or
mad
something.
about it too. He's
Have
like,
some
"Probably."
fan blades.
Shizno said I shouldn't have a GoPro. I mean, come on.
It's okay. I'll loan him one.
I won't go in the bathroom,
Oh
I promise.
God.
You're not gonna want to watch that footage.
Look, Pornhub sells stuff. I can sell this. It'll work.
And actually,
It'll be okay.
you'll probably just hear this. You guys can't hear it, but they can.
Oh, damn it! I'm sitting here listening for it. I'm like, so
I knew
what do we
you
got
were.
here?
And see,
The sound of silence.
like Titan just said, if all you do is trash talk a brand, you're not wanting better from them. You're trash talking just to be trash talking and trying to garner attention for doing so.
Correct.
That's right.
And that's almost what the sound was I played a second ago.
Let it go. Let it go.
And
No,
speaking
that's what
of,
they're singing to you. They just want you to
Let me
stop.
go. Let me go.
and speaking of, this is how some of this shit actually gets turned and twisted. I came across an article. I'm not sure if this is even still online. These so-called gaming sites, they are actually giving their so-called insider info here, saying the PlayStation 5 is going to cost $500 on release, and it's going to be released November the 20th of this year. And according to them, the game that's going to come out with this is Gran Turismo
7.
And yep, Gran Turismo 7, and it's kind of funny because this came out right after Sony's announcement that they weren't going to go to E3, which still pisses me off because I really wanted to see Sony at E3. Now I'm stuck with Fork. But
I'll show you a
He'll
place.
be.
I'll show you a Sony.
He'll show you his E3.
He'll show you the PlayStation 5.
Don't worry, it doesn't
PlayStation
bite.
5 inch.
yeah, you mean the penis too?
Yeah.
This is the new
Why the hell's
VR
that got
controller.
permanent marker on it?
Feels so real, doesn't it?
It took me years to draw that.
I perfected it.
And see, the funny part is they're even going into detail, telling you this thing's going to have 4 ports on the front.
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
have,
read that article and I'm just like, where did you get your information? And I'm like,
But pulled it out of the thin air. I mean,
But,
that's
I mean,
all,
it
that's
goes
all
back-
anybody is.
yeah, but it goes back to kind of like, well, a lot of stuff we talked about tonight. People are just like, oh, it's going to have 37 teraflops. It's like journalism has gone out the window. It's like, hey, I can say whatever I want because at the end of the day, I can tweet later I was wrong.
and here's the kicker. You know where they got their source? From a YouTuber named Canadian Jedi.
Oh,
that
there's wrong.
Screams insider.
There'd never be a Jedi in Canada.
That is their source, and they actually put him in there. That way, if
They
this shit proves
quoted
wrong, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's wrong. I'm going to say the PS5 will cost $399. I may be wrong. If I am, what the fuck's it matter? You know, then but I'm pretty sure they're going to be at $399. I'll be shocked if not.
But you're also not sitting here going,
But
you know,
that's
there
your
was leaks.
opinion.
I've got some leaks
Yeah.
that leaked out that definitely put the price at this point. Like, you don't have no idea. Just like the teraflops, nobody has any idea. The only people that know anything about it, devs and companies that are making it. Like, that's it.
What's funny is that you could go, a lot of these YouTubers, you could make their next YouTube video for them by just making a Reddit post. Saying,
yeah.
I heard from a friend who heard from his brother, who
Actually-
heard from his sister, that it's going to be 17 T-flops.
I heard from Bomber's sister that the PlayStation 5 will
she's
suck
gonna
you
come up.
dry.
Just make it, just make it a Reddit post, and I guarantee you, within hours, you'll have YouTubers making videos about it.
Speaking
Ain't
of,
it Reddit or
was that
4chan or whatever? What's the other-
who was it today? It was a guy that it's
Mads?
on Twitter. Yeah, Mads Gaming. He
Yep.
put up.
He did the same thing.
Yeah, and people bought it, man. He actually had,
He said 38 teraflops. I was
Yeah.
like, man, this is great.
and people were buying it. They were retweeting it like it was the truth.
You know what's
And
funny is 90% of gamers don't even know what a teraflop is.
I thought a teraflop was when you needed Viagra.
I mean, it's like people are like, it has 9 teraflops. It's gonna rule the world.
Yeah,
You know what a teraflop is? Yeah, it'll rule the world.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm primarily a PC gamer, and we don't go by teraflops.
You just go by price.
And the deal.
My origin costs more than your car. I win.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Yeah, that's
I know.
I wanted the game of life. along with your mom. You're welcome.
And actually, Shizno, he wasn't being serious. Mads was joking. He was saying it as a joke, and people took that shit as legit and were reposting it.
Yeah,
and that's the funny
part. The problem
part.
is people can't actually differentiate between real and not, because someone posted it has to be real. It's like, no, they're probably just screwing with people because everyone is posting it, so why not make fun of it a little bit?
Well, then he came back like 3 hours later and was like, y'all took with this and ran. It was just funny. I thought it was hilarious because he was like, y'all really took this and thought it was true. And like, it's just easy things to make a thumbnail to make it look bad for one side or the other. And that's all it is. It's ammo for the people.
I have a revelation. The Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 will play games for 5 more years.
What?
I have another
Holy
revelation.
shit.
Each one is going to come with a power cord and a controller in the fucking box, and you go ahead and you date stamp that shit.
No way! No,
I need a source, man. You can't be.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah, who's your
guess
source?
what? And guess what? They'll also come with an HDMI cable, and you'll be able to play them on your TV.
Oh, fuck. No. You're full of it.
Too far.
Fuck you, Fork. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, sorry.
That's only gonna be PlayStation. That's only PlayStation. No, that's only Xbox.
Let me guess. Next thing you're gonna tell me is that your source is Rand. Don't say I'm gonna flip this fucking table.
Look, Rand slid into my DMs and he gave me some info. Doesn't not say anything.
Rand sent us all photos.
all Rand.
We got pictures of the devs.
He left you out, Obi. He's like, don't
No,
tell
I'm
Obi.
gonna get a message from him saying, Obi, watch your mouth.
Now, son, you better watch your mouth.
I mean, it cracks me up sometimes. Other times I go on Twitter and there's times where I'm just like, I'm just not going to scroll through my feed. I'll just post what I need to and move on with life because, wow, there's okay.
I mean, it just gets old, and everybody knows. There's so much, and not even just the toxic people. It's just the constant wrong information all the time that is given and they wonder why the casual gamer has no idea, that doesn't understand the SAD, doesn't have a disk drive or whatever. Like, it's because people are just downplaying everything so much and trying to make everything so negative. It's like they can't understand anything because they give them wrong information. They're like, oh, the game can't play games because it doesn't have crap. I can't buy that thing, and that's all they have. Well, I guess I have to get the one that has a drive. What's that? And I don't know. It's just it gets out of the.
Well, it's like.
Well,
I mean,
the teraflop wars.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to like someone was telling me that they wanted to get a new gen console, and I was like, "What are you playing on?" It was work today, and he's like, "Oh, I got a 360." I was like, "Okay, well, what are you more looking for? Multiplayer, single player. What do you want?" He's like, "Well, I want to stay Xbox." So I was like, "Well, dude, just go. Do you have digital or disc?" He's like, I want to switch to all digital once I go to Xbox One." I'm like, "Then just get an Xbox S, all digital." He's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "You're a gamer and you don't know any of this." So I told him, he's like, "And it's only $149." I'm like, "I think it is. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it in a while." But he's like, "Oh man, that's great." And it's like, it's sad that a lot of people, don't even know how to Google, look something up. And if they do, there's so much crap out there that a lot of them won't even look because it's like, well, I don't know how to filter what's crap and what's not.
It used to be about, giving people information, and it's more becoming about how can I get more clicks. And that's why I like being a part of, a podcast that at least we could give people information from time to time, and hopefully they take us seriously. And hopefully when we're wrong, we could say we're wrong rather than trying to make another clickbait YouTube channel thing going here. Hey, this is how I'm going to defend myself again, even though I was wrong the past 4 times.
Right.
The fast forward times in the last 4 videos I did just this week.
My ex girlfriend drugged me to Best Buy.
She drugged you? With...
Bumped him on the head.
It did kind of sound like that.
You're going to Best Buy, damn it.
Yeah, she wanted to buy her fiance an Xbox, and he had an Xbox One S, but she's like, or no, he had the original big ass one.
You said girlfriend, right?
ex-girlfriend. I know. I'm right there with you, Fork.
I was like, huh.
I was
Yeah, and then
Your
it was the
girlfriend
fiance.
I think we're all
buying your
there.
fiance.
Yeah.
I was the same. Yeah. I think we're all
Yeah.
there.
Anyways,
Sorry, Obi.
no,
Sorry.
we've stayed close. Her and my wife are friends. My wife does her hair and all of her other shit. Anyways, and her fiance, he's pretty cool, I guess. He had the original Xbox One, and she's like, "Well, should I upgrade him to the One S?" And I was like, "Well, that's not really an upgrade." So she made me go to Best Buy or meet her at one and pick her out one, and she's like, "Well, let's see what's the difference between this one, this one, this one, this one, this one," and they were all X's, just different bundles. And I was like, "Well, this one comes with this game. Well, which game's better? Well, what is he into? Well, like Madden." I was like,
Yeah. Depressing, but okay.
Just tell you what, leave him on the system he's on. He'll be fine.
I was like, sure, yeah, sure. This one comes with Madden, or this one, like, there's this Gears of War one over here, and she's like, I was like, there's this Gears of War edition one. It's pretty badass, and so she's like, oh, I'll get that one. Then she comes out of the store because I had a phone call. I walked out the store. She comes out and she gets the one that's bundled with all the Gears games. And she's like, "Is this the one?" And I was like, "Yep, that sure." I mean, you could have got everything on Game Pass right there, but yeah, sure, yep.
Well, they don't know what Game Pass is yet.
Exactly.
No, she said, "What's Game Pass?" And I said, "Oh, that's stupid. Never mind."
I'll just shut up now.
I don't have an hour to waste my life. Just have fun.
And speaking of, that's another thing. How the fuck is Game Pass such a bad thing?
It's terrible, man. It's
somebody chat, please help me, because I have
game crap.
Because hold on.
In here.
Here's the answer. You ready for it?
Yeah,
it's on Xbox.
That's
if it was
true.
on PlayStation, no one would say a thing. They'd praise it.
Well, I have PlayStation
Xbox,
now, and
they hate it.
You know, my only problem with PlayStation now is some games you actually have to stream. You can't download them. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, they need to go strictly just download. If they did, it would definitely be. I mean, granted, most of their games you can download now. It's just
See,
a lot.
I would think that would tie their servers up. The fact that you're streaming the game, kind of like with the xCloud and all of that, as far as doing. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a IT person, so.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. Eternally touching.
More external, but yeah.
Well, that thumb does go deep.
It does.
Oh, God.
Sometimes it's not a thumb.
Most times it's not a thumb.
All right.
And you know the thing is,
who's gotten snow here in the last couple of days?
Oh God! Please God!
Really?
Oh, every time I go in our group chat, Cloud's complaining about his snow, and I just want to tell him, "You live in fucking Canada. You live in the Arctic."
It's been 75 degrees here all week.
I want snow so bad here, man. God damn it.
Dude, it snowed here last Sunday enough
wish
to
it
cover
would
the
snow
grass. And my kids are like, "Let's make a snowman," and I'm like, "There's not enough out there."
Yeah, you'll make a mud snowman.
Yeah, so after 20 minutes of arguing, we went out there and we made a snowman probably about the size of one of the people from Wizard of Oz. It was kind of depressing.
We represent the Lollipop now.
But anyway, we don't have snow here. That word is not in my dictionary.
You have snow there.
Very
it's just
rare.
it's just not the natural snow. It's
it's some guy sitting in his, IROC Z snorting it off his,
You had more
center
snow
console.
1 year than me.
Yeah, we did get snow 1 year.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, hell freezes over here once in a while.
Exactly. Very rare, but it does happen.
Well, it's like
What was
my
that
house
driving
is,
experience?
my house is ground zero. It ain't fucking snowing here.
Exactly. And the funnier part too, and I think actually Bomber was the one that shared this one. Eurogamer, and it's funny that the Xbox is saying they're going to, there's nothing going to be specifically for the Series X. You'll be able to play the same games across the board. And, to me, I mean, that makes sense. If you don't want to upgrade now, you don't have to. Or people that can't afford to, they don't have to worry about it. They can play the same games. They're just going to run better and look better on the Series X. But
Yeah, so Go ahead.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
Wilmy. Go. No, I guess this kind of relates to it. You see people posting about, well, the S is going to keep the Series X down, and it's like, no. I'm sure they figured this out. Plus, as more consoles come out, they'll just drop the S. I don't know. I don't get why. I don't know. It goes back to the whole I don't get.
Well, it's the armchair devs, man. Armchair devs know everything. So
Yeah,
they know
that's
that,
true.
They know that Microsoft can't figure out a way, to use their software to their advantage because they are a software company. They can't figure this out at all to get hardware and software to work right, just like a PC, because they've never been in the PC market ever.
Never.
That's what I don't get.
Like
Wilmy has a PC that'll put every single one of us to shame, and yet I can play games. My son, who has a PC from 5 years ago, can play games perfectly fine off Steam. Yeah, he can't play them on max settings, but he can play them. So why can't they do that for a console?
I think
it's Microsoft.
This is what the whole thing is all about. What everybody keeps, I guess, arguing about is that what third party company is gonna and I've had conversations with certain people online about it and stuff, like having are they gonna actually use the power or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. They're a third party. They have the choice to do it and they don't. It's up to them. You can't force a third party dev to do anything. You're in a contract with them and you have some type of legalities that they got to use the power, whatever. Then whatever they want their game to look like and stuff like that, that's going to be on them. I mean, the first party devs, hell yeah, they better use the damn shit. I'm sorry, but that's just me. Like, yes, every Microsoft dev better use. And I'm not saying every game has to look like it's freaking real life. No, like just utilize the power, which means allow the game not to glitch out because it can't use the right settings and you optimize it poorly. Like, no, you have the product there, use it. But third party devs, it's up to them. And if people keep on pushing this narrative like no other third party ever uses the power of the X, I'm like, okay. Ask Ubisoft, ask Rockstar, ask whoever the hell made freaking the Metro game, because I can't think of their name right now.
Matter of fact, Evil Within 2 released just right before the Xbox X came out. And as soon as the X came out, the day after, they had a huge update where you could actually go in and change your graphical settings to match the X.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry that certain devs with certain games, yes, they want their game to look as gorgeous as possible. Some don't care, and honestly, then that's up to them. It's how they want their image of their game to be perceived by who buys it and who plays it.
Yeah, that doesn't reflect bad on them if they don't want it to look that way. That's up to them. That's fine.
But the problem is they these people think that it looks bad on the company that's making the. So what you're telling me is it looks bad that Origin makes a $10,000 PC, but Goat Simulator still looks like shit on it. Like,
it does. It does. I've played it on my PC.
That doesn't surprise me.
It looks really bad.
So here's something else for you.
Goose Game.
Windows 7 is officially dead now, but yet up to a year ago, you could still play games on Windows 7. Mind you had to have compatibility settings and things like that. That's a completely different OS than Windows 10, which is what most people play on. So if game developers can do that...
Yeah, because didn't they find Windows 9 at Area 51 when they did that raid? Okay.
Yes.
I thought the main reason people were saying things like that was because they were worried about the third-party devs not really using the new technology, just sticking with what they have.
No, and that's the thing. Like, and they still can. That's the problem about what everybody keeps freaking out. Is like these machines aren't guaranteeing that devs are going to use the power. Sorry. The only ones that guarantee it are the first party. That's why Microsoft paid a lot of money to buy all these studios, 15 plus to be exact. Sony is buying studios. There's rumors they're buying a couple right now, and they're going to be announcing it soon. So yes, these companies know that they're building a box that has all this power. The only people that are going to utilize it are those first parties, and then third party is going to be up to them if they want to or not. I mean, everybody should know this by now. Like, come on.
I mean, here's another thing. When the X came out, and they even announced, don't worry about it. Your old games will look even better just because of the software and architecture in it. So, do you not think that if the game company says, "Hey, we can't design it for the Series X, we can design it for the S and the X," that the Series X isn't going to make it look better and run better? It's going to. That's how architecture works on all newer stuff. It's like, hey, I have all this extra memory. I'm just going to run faster.
And guess what? It's the same architecture.
The problem is not necessarily what the graphic is. It's early concepts in the games back at the drawing board. Like Anthem is a good example. How Anthem, you weren't supposed to fly at first. The early designs were you weren't supposed to fly, and that was a last minute thing added. But certain games that dictate about how you're going to go about it is whether or not certain parts of that CPU can handle it. So it's like back at the drawing boards is how it's going to affect it. Saying if we have a game that we're moving across the open world extremely fast, you need an SSD that's going to keep up with it and be able to do that.
No, I get that. Yeah,
and a CPU that can handle all this stuff. So it's the early concepts is what they're bitching about. That if you start a game from start to finish with only that console in mind, that that's truly taking advantage of it. Nobody's saying that graphically nothing's going to get a boost. It's strictly that argument that from the drawing boards that there's just a future in a game that you're going to miss out on because they didn't take advantage of it. And it's minimal. It's nothing to be really that worried about because, what do we have now that we're missing out on? Nothing. I mean, show me one game that's designed to run specifically on an SSD. And then like Dealer said, you're going to tell everybody that they're no longer going to be able to use their portable hard drives on their Xboxes.
Yeah, that's going to go over well.
So, yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, they have already. Well, I mean,
all it is fake outrage, and if you, I've learned, it's best if you see anybody remotely post about it, just give them the block.
I just scroll. Makes life easier.
Try to rival Wilmy's numbers. Just hit the button.
That's why Wilmy scrolls now. I can't block.
You got to start somewhere.
Give me an hour, and I'll do it. I'll just go to Kim Kardashian's Twitter and block all of her followers.
Touche.
I mean, Wilmy, if you keep blocking people, eventually you're gonna just scroll to Twitter and be like, guys, I only see like 5 people posting stuff. Well, yeah,
as long as I've got about, I think maybe 900, I would be good. Everybody else,
Like, think about all the games that have been delayed and stuff. I mean, do you, just in a little bit of a thought process, do you think could be possibly because, man, there's this newer tech and we would like to actually utilize it because our game would run way better if we optimized it for these particular boxes? Yeah, it can still work for the older ones, but we want to make sure the new ones will run pretty smooth when they come out, too.
Well, they have dev kits for those right now, and they
exactly
have November.
And they'll know, and they can build their game. Kind of like, everybody freaked out about.
Think about it. Development for Cyberpunk's not going to technically stop when it comes out. It will stop technically when the new consoles come out. Because damn right that they're going to have day one patches for those.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to be working on multiplayer for it after it comes out.
And DLC
doesn't have day one patches anymore.
Oh no, that's a. But the thing is their patch will actually just probably be a patch to make it look prettier, not actually work.
Am I the only person who could give a rat's ass about a Cyberpunk multiplayer?
Oh yeah, I don't
want Cyberpunk multiplayer because I don't want to play the single player. Damn it, I need friends. I don't like touching.
That's the thing.
Cyberpunk.
I only mentioned it because I know they'd be working on it.
I don't know. It depends on how it's structured and how it works.
Yeah. Like if they do co-op, I can understand a co-op, but I don't see what there is.
Player versus player when you augment your body, I guess.
Well, technically, the original Cyberpunk is multiplayer.
I just don't know what it is people are looking for. I don't know. I'm more interested in the story.
Absolutely.
You just want to touch Keanu Reeves.
My guess is for the.
Fight along Keanu
Reeves. You're not wrong.
I think they're making.
Okay.
What?
He ripped that mic out and said no.
What? But speaking of things that's interesting, okay, I got to throw this in here. It's completely off topic. Did anybody see the Doom trailer?
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my god!
I watched
Me
it
and Ghost were talking about it earlier.
a lot.
And look,
I
like,
feel really bad that I'm not into that series. I tried it, and
I feel
bored.
really bad for you for not being
Right?
into it.
Hey, you know what though? Here, I'll make you a deal. Since you honestly played Odyssey, like you really fucking played it. I'm pretty sure you've done more than I have.
Yeah.
I will play it.
Hold on. Hear the exact words. This game fucking sucks. 2 days later, he's still playing. Going, God, this is good now.
Yeah.
Well, and the bad part, I've got over 100 hours into Odyssey, and I've got the last piece of the damn Atlantis DLC to finish, and it is just dragging. And I'm like, Jesus. And I'm to that point, I want the game just to be over. I mean, I've completed the story. I've done all that. I've hunted down the fucking cult people. I just wanted to finish the Atlantis DLC, which ironically doesn't even have Atlantis in it. But
What?
I just want to...
Spoilers!
Wow, spoiler alert.
Oh my god, the game's been out for a while, so...
I think you're allowed to spoil DLC. It's like, hey, it's DLC. It's already too late. You should have actually looked it
No,
up.
I've never even played the DLC, so... I did
yeah, so now
Legacy
you
the
just
first
screwed me
blade.
over.
And don't forget, Zombie Army 4 is the 1st of February, too.
I thought it was the 28th. Okay.
It's the 1st of February on the pre-order.
Cool.
Who is licking their dog?
Licking their dog.
No, nobody's licking their dog, man.
Somebody's licking something. I keep hearing...
That ain't my dog.
or somebody is double jointed in their chair. One of the two. And if you can do that yourself, please send me messages. Let me know how you do it. I'll remove a couple of ribs if needed.
Okay, Manson.
Made me think of the Will Ferrell sketch when he's in the yoga class. He's like, I've been waiting 10 years for this. You leave me alone and let me enjoy this.
I'll be like that little guy in the wheelchair on Scary Movie. I can do it myself.
Oh, yes. Do the Gippy arm, too.
But, let's see. Damn, we're always getting off topic. That's so weird.
We
were talking about Doom.
Yes.
We went to
that's
Dallas,
all. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, so like for me, Doom, I didn't really get a new one. That came out whenever it did, 16, I think it was.
Yeah,
Did you do what I told you first? Did you
Like-
do what I told you?
I was going to, but then
Of course,
I did. I have game ADD. I have game ADD.
I might need this. So what'd you tell him to do?
You go in and
so
you change
with
the setting.
With a lot of people, when it comes to Doom, it's too fast for them. They don't get the pure speed and violence of it. Go in your controls, turn your controls down to where it's not so you barely touch the controls and you fucking, do 360. You slow down the controls, it slows down the pace of the game where you can kind of get a better grasp on how to deal with the things, and then eventually you can move the settings back up because you'll get better at it.
That sounds horrible.
All I know is
Sounds
I didn't have a problem with it. So
That's a fair argument. I'm gonna install that bitch.
Okay, starting next Wednesday, I need more panel members. I've got a couple of people. This is gonna be their last week on this podcast.
Look, and see, I say that to say
You wanna
this.
go, bro?
Hey, I say that to say this. When I saw that trailer, I actually was smiling when I watched it. I was like, man, this actually looks interesting. Like the gameplay that I saw off the trailer, at least for me, it didn't look like the stupid fast-paced crap that the original, this one that came out in 16 was. Like, it was just way too fast. Like, you could literally just run through enemies without a problem, and it's just too fast. Like, it was just too fast-paced that you just didn't get to have fun. Where this one looks like you have more things you can do that allow you to slow down the... It just looked like it.
It's fucking
Yes,
badass.
I saw the grab look. It looks cool. The
I'm
other
slow
guns, like
grappling somebody.
there's a lot of cool things that I saw from the trailer that I'm just like, you know what? I may even give this a shot just because, like, I know, hey, this one I could. I mean, I'm not going to say no to the whole series because one game was bad, or in my opinion, wasn't as good as I was hoping for it. But
I'm telling you, man, slow down those controls. You'll fucking it'll change your whole aspect of the
But
whole
now, wait a
game.
minute. Did you post that all over social media and just bombard everybody with your opinion on it, Bomber?
Well,
it's not an asshole.
talking about Doom? Yeah, man. I mean, that's why I got on so many podcasts back in the day. My YouTube channel blew up.
This shit's trash.
I mean, I had to put trash in there. I had to say it was trash because trash is the biggest word. I actually even put that out there before I played the game, because that's how you get
Bomber. Bomber, you know what rhymes with trash?
Bomber sister.
No, Doom.
But no, like it just I think I'm gonna try this freaking game out when it comes out. Like and plus it's one of the only good games coming out in March anyway. So
actually, I got the collector's edition pre-ordered because I wanted that helmet, and I will wear that bitch to E3.
Sure, it doesn't have any mold. Please do. I hope you do.
Yeah, be careful. Test it.
It's not me. It's not. It's not. Hopefully, it's not like the one from Fallout 76.
So, hey,
Fallout what?
Running that Fallout 76 stuff, man. You still doing that, champ?
No, I after I got billed the second time, I canceled it.
You got billed the second time?
Oh yeah, we talked about this off the stream. Yeah, so it was $1, so I said why not, and then I forgot to shut it off, so I got charged for the second month.
See, that's how Game Pass gets you.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus!
So when I saw $12.99 charge, I'm like, "What the fuck was $12.99?" And then I looked it up under subscriptions, and I was like, "Oh dear God!"
Hey,
And
can we talk
Fork's
about
like-
that?
What, his porn addiction?
No, the Game Pass Ultimate stuff that everybody like freaked out about. That was all fake news too.
Go ahead. We've got a few minutes left.
Okay, cool. So, like, all the people that like freaked out because the whole 5 cents a day thing went away. I'm like, yeah, my charging you wrong. Of course, they're not gonna allow you to keep that forever. And also, you changed your account to make it fake it, to create it, to screw up the way that it was going to charge you. Because guarantee you, when I did mine, which was when it was in the whole insider program, when only insiders could do it, my whole thing kept saying I'm gonna be charged $14.99 a month whenever it ends. So guess what? I'm still going to be, when it comes up, I'll pay $14.99 a month, or I'll just keep buying Xbox Live cards that are really inexpensive, or even Ultimate cards that are inexpensive,
Or wait
and
for the
extend
$1
it.
deal.
Or that's right. I can play all the best, all these games for $1 because they're only worth $1. All these, because they're not getting me. I can cancel. I am an adult, and I know how to cancel subscriptions, and they work.
No,
They work.
Bomber, that's too confusing.
Fuck
Can't
you.
do
Oh,
that.
no.
Yeah,
me out
fuck
like
you,
that.
Bomber.
Dude, I will call out anybody. Like, look, if you really do think that a subscription service is so hard to cancel, then you don't need to be in technology. Cause
Hey! I didn't say it was hard. I forgot. There's a damn difference.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean that's you forgetting.
You got suckered into that trap.
No, I was trying not to think about it because I played it for like 10 minutes, and I think Wilmy was in the party and Ghost, and I was like, "Oh dear God, it's still horrible."
Yeah, the cow flew
yeah.
through the house or some shit.
Oh
We
yeah,
had
it
a
was
couple
bad.
of
It was like,
notices.
wow,
Yeah,
this
that's
is even worse than what it was.
bad. Yeah, I mean, you think a game being out almost a year now? You think there may have done a little bit of improvement?
I mean, Anthem's improved more than that.
Yeah, that's saying something.
That's to be.
That's a lot.
determined.
That's a lot said there.
Yeah.
Hey, does
It was
Anthem
at
run better
bottom,
if you have it
though.
on SSD?
Yes, it loads
Yes, it
faster.
does. Yeah.
I load in before everybody. It is great.
What do you have for an SSD?
Just a Samsung SSD 512.
It's gonorrhea. Don't let him lie to you.
Is it the
Oh,
T5?
okay. I thought you said STD.
See, I actually have the Series X actually already in the house, so just
Yeah,
to
see,
throw that out there.
I got the that T5 Samsung SSD, and holy crap, has that changed?
Dude, I've got
load
the little
times.
I've got the little Samsung SD card in my Switch. They're not cheap, but my God, they're fast.
Yeah, loading up like Forza. I used to get bored trying to wait for
Waiting.
Forza to
Yeah.
load up to where I would not play it. I have played it so much because it loads almost a minute and 30 seconds faster.
Oh yeah, massive
that-
difference.
that's why I think these next gen quote unquote systems are gonna kind of change the game in that sense. Because you're gonna be able to, in a sense, play more games because you're gonna want to play those big games because they're gonna load quick, and then you can jump between whatever you want. So. Yeah,
Well,
I think
mind
that's
you,
a big game
the
changer
new systems aren't just SSDs; they're the NVMe's, which are like twice as fast as stinking SSDs. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you want to talk about loading fast, no load times. That's how they're going to get the no load times. It's going to be crazy.
Have fun buying an external hard drive for that bitch.
Well, yeah, that's why prices for SSDs are gonna. That's the sad part. Everybody's
and mine
like,
is
man, I'm
built
gonna
into my PC.
My name's
but
but you can't use that on your screen. Huh?
My PC, my PC.
See, my console's better than yours.
My PC can go from powered off to complete booting in around 12 seconds.
Mine's 11.2, and I can be on Pornhub, bitch. Boom!
That's actually pretty slow, Wilmy. Are you serious?
You've
Yes.
never.
Well, you got to
You
remember.
never turn Pornhub off for. Come on.
Is that you signing in though?
Well, yeah, you've got to go to sign in to Windows 10, dude. You got to go through all that.
I'll say because mine boots up to the login of that in I think it was 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, and I have to give a special shout out to Dreadpool. He's the one that told me about the NVMe and explained it to me because I was like, "Whoa, what?" Oh yeah. If you have any if you have any IT techie issues you do not understand, like what a teraflop is, since 90% of you people on Twitter don't,
It's a Fortnite dance.
Dreadpool.
That's it.
DM Dreadpool. Blow his Twitter up.
So,
He
Fork,
does
you
it
just gonna
fine.
tell the rest of us what?
I've had
the
a
Cliff
lot of
Notes-
Yeah, go ahead, Fork. Explain it to everybody.
And
What?
We need
he's a
facts
fraud.
for it.
He's a
What?
fraud.
What?
Tell us. Tell us.
What?
Okay, Stone.
Come on, Fork. Just tell us.
We need all the techie stuff. Tell us now.
I said
waiting.
DM Dreadpool.
No, we
Hey,
need you.
Fork,
No,
what's
we
the
want it
difference
from you.
between an ARM architect and x86?
Oh, you see, what it is you,
Oh, boy. Here we go.
and then
You
after
put
that,
the
it
thing
does
in
like
the-
Dreadpool, help me! And so it fixes it.
What kind of architecture is the Switch running?
I don't fucking know. It looks pretty, damn it, Obi.
I'm pretty sure it's the same as your smartphones. That's why I don't understand why they just don't focus on making their games for smartphones.
I mean, they were for a little while.
There's some knowledge for you.
All right, on that note, we've got to call it. We got to start our outros. We've got 10 minutes to get everybody out of here, so let's start
You know
it
where we
off.
can find Leo for his
Oh, yeah.
TV with his
Oh, yeah.
snowballs.
He's been super quiet.
Oh, he's
Just
talking.
you forgot about
I'm
the
here.
podcast.
I was talking.
Sitting there
Yeah.
crying.
Fallout
Fallout
still
still looks like shit.
He's
That
over there.
SpongeBob gif with the really red eyes popping out of his head. It's like,
He's counting the pixels. Look at that.
All right, let's start with Viking.
I'm Vikings Funeral. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm on Xbox. I'm playing Destiny. Gonna figure out this fucking puzzle. And that's me.
All right, then we'll go to Marlboro Man, a.k.a. Crispy Bomb.
hey, thanks for having me. Chat, you have a good night. Hopefully I don't sound even worse than the normal Marble Man next time.
No, you sound pretty bad, dude. I think you've smoked at least 2 cartons today.
Yeah, I haven't smoked a cigarette in 3 days, bro, so that's even
Congrats,
better.
man.
Hell yeah.
That's because he's too sick.
Yeah, there
Hey,
you go. We'll be hitting
like-
the nail on the head. But
He's
you
like,
can
I
find
quit
me
smoking. Sorry.
Smoking.
I quit smoking for a couple days.
for a couple days. There you go. At Crispy Bomb
Let's
on
not
Twitter.
get crazy
Find me-
here.
Yeah, no, because I work retail. I got to keep my sanity, bro. Got to remember that.
I got
At Crispy Bomb on Twitter, you can find me on the next podcast Saturday nights. You can find me on Retro Renegades Tuesday nights. You can find me here whenever I'm here, and whatever other podcast I end up on through the week.
Crispy, do I have you on Xbox?
You might have added me
Shit.
recently.
Shit, I did. Okay.
All
Add
right.
me. At Crispy Bomb 20 on Xbox Live. Add me by all means.
All right, and we will move on next to Fort Boy.
Hey, everybody, thanks for coming out. appreciate all of you. Appreciate all of you coming out every single Wednesday and Sunday. Without you guys, we wouldn't have what we have, and do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much for coming out, for the questions, and for listening to us give each other shit. If you can catch me on Twitter, forkboy_gaming, and on Twitch, same thing, forkboy_gaming, where I stream with the Forking Crew Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and yeah. So come on out, we have fun, and kind of same thing, just make fun of each other and can't play shit.
There you go.
Wow.
All right. Bomber.
What's up, guys? I appreciate everybody coming out and listening to
I live alone.
just
Nobody
jabber.
ever comes over
But
my house.
of course, you can find me here every Wednesday, whenever I'm able to get on here, and then also on Xbox at HR Bomber, as well as Twitter at HR Bomber1414. Just hit me up if you want to chat, talk about games, whatever. I am definitely all about it. So appreciate for all y'all coming out, and y'all have a wonderful night.
All right. And we will go to Leo.
Thanks everyone for coming out. You can find me on Twitter, Xbox, and PlayStation at Leonidas1084. Hit me up if you want, and have a good night.
All right. And we'll go to Obi.
Thank you guys for coming out. It was fun. Always look forward to doing this. You can find me on Twitter and on Xbox.
That's it.
I'm sorry, I had food in my mouth, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's better than what's in Bomber's mouth.
You know what, Fork? Tired of your negativity.
I'm sorry, Obi.
All right.
I'll give you a hug.
No, you stay the fuck
You
away.
don't want him touching you.
You don't want to hug from. All right.
Look, Wilmy got rid of the
sure I can feel
STD
it.
after a month.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna feel you about 4 or 5 inches before you actually touch me.
You're giving him way too much credit. Way too much credit.
You ever seen a Tootsie Roll?
Whoa, hold on. Leo, how do you know?
He sends the pictures. I can't
Sends
stop
them?
him.
You know
And he
you don't
keeps-
you
and
don't
he keeps
have to
opening
look
them.
at them, right?
Oh, God. Okay. Ghost.
Hey, thanks everybody for coming out once again. Also check us out on Horrorcast on Sundays or whatever. And but you're all dope. Thanks. Anybody can find me on Twitter, Xbox, The Evil Guest. I don't play the station, so we don't have to go there. All right.
He works at
Good
the
night.
station though.
Station of fucking.
Exactly.
Fucking your mom.
It's okay. Take your time. Say it.
It's your mom.
Almost dead.
You could say that again. It was still funny.
No, but really, she is. She's dead.
Okay.
All right. Everybody got that out of their system now?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leo didn't say it this time. I'm shocked.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, well.
I couldn't remember if there
I
was.
got lost in the sauce, man.
Look,
That's it.
Lost in the sauce.
I couldn't remember if there was another one beforehand.
Not Ghost said. But anyway, I'm Wilmy Hood.
Leo's
Yes.
busy looking at his 43-inch going, I can read shit now.
He's probably waiting to get on
How did you
Pornhub.
read the in-game?
Yeah, that's
text?
what he's waiting for. But anyway, I'm Wilmy Hood. You can find me here every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on Gaming Beyond the Box. And I'm promising everybody, I'm not doing another podcast this week. I'm not going to be on anybody else's. I need a podcasting break. You can find me on Xbox under Wilmy Hood, PlayStation under Wilmy Hood, Steam, even on Oculus. You can find me anywhere there's a game to be played. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I don't have a million likes, but I do have some people that like me.
Tinder.
Yeah, and
Don't forget about Tinder.
like Avish says,
Grindr.
we do Horrorcast, but we only do that every
Cam
2
Farmers
weeks.
only. FarmersOnly.com.
And
I'm waiting for
Farmers Only.
Farmers Only.
some weird ass Snapchat, bro.
Etsy.
But the bottom line,
What's
the
that Christian
takeaway,
one?
Christian Mingles.
the
There we
takeaway from tonight's podcast is just, fuck the negativity, man. Play what you guys want to play. Play it where you want to play it. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks besides you. It's your money. Do what the fuck you want to with it. That's it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. If you want to play PlayStation, play a PlayStation. You want to play an Xbox, play an Xbox. That's it. That's all that matters. And on a side note, before I finish this show, I do want to say one thing. I've taken the high road, and I weren't going to say anything, but I am human, and I'm 46 years old, and if I get something across my mind, I'll tell you, fuck it, what's it matter, right? At no time is anybody on this channel and on this panel, anytime we've done a giveaway or anything else, we never ask anybody for shit. We have donated so many consoles to people, so many games. We've helped families and stuff like that. Not one time have we asked anybody to even remotely follow this channel. We don't ask you to follow us on social media. If your channel's not growing, that shit's on you. Okay? It has nothing to do with us. Maybe rethink your shit, recalibrate, get your shit straight. Maybe quit being a douchebag.
Less toxicity, less.
Exactly.
No.
But nobody on this panel has ever done anything for one person and asked for even... It's never required they follow this channel. Nobody here is buying subscribers. So, on that note...
That would get expensive.
Looking for a good rub and tug, you know what I'm saying?
Come to me.
I just have one question.
People still questioning your giveaways?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Supposedly...
how many times do I have to say that, like, you helped me get my TV, you helped me get most of my games over the winter break, or whatever, not winter break, during the holiday season?
We've gave, and the thing is, too, we've gave away a lot of Switches to children with disabilities. We've helped their parents get games for their kids, that really want games. They just can't afford to buy them, I mean, if you don't like what we do, fuck you. Don't show up for the podcast. Don't follow us on social media. Don't come into our Discord. We are exactly the people you hear here every week. We don't change. There's no fake bullshit. We're exactly who you hear now. And
We're
that's
the
not
same
going to
here
change.
as we are else.
Yep.
Literally, the conversation does not change, people.
No, it
from
does
here
not.
till this podcast ends. And you know what? I've been friends with Wilmy. I wish I was friends with Wilmy years ago, because you know what? Anybody that brings up any of that BS, I've watched you touch so many people's lives, and so it's for you probably a small way, but for them in a huge way. And if anybody's got anything to say, and I see it, I'm gonna say something. Because you know what? When I meet people that are genuine, and I believe them to be genuine, and I believe they're doing something great, and I'm gonna say something, and they don't have to say a damn word, because I ain't gonna watch that shit. So if anybody's got something to say, they might as well just come say it to me now. Because if I catch them saying it, we're gonna have an issue, and I will be that troll, that a-hole for once. All right, just say it.
Like,
I will
can
defend.
you smell what the rocks
I will bring the bomb, baby. Boom.
But
And
that's
this isn't a new thing that Wilmy's been doing. He's been doing this for 16 years. I've known him for 16 years. He's been doing this for that long.
and
With a lot of people.
and see,
And I can name names. I mean, literally. It's something that he's always done. So,
He's a good guy. I mean, come
I
on.
also want to put a little side bet here. Who wants to take Wilmy's going to be on a podcast this week? Anybody? Anybody want to take a side bet?
Thank you. I got $10 that I got from Bomber.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh, Bomber's paying you to stay away from him now. That's
I'm
awesome.
telling you, Saturday he'll be on one.
Bomber Storm died on GM2.
No, I cannot be on another one this week. I have got to finish Assassin's Creed. My backlog is getting larger.
I don't know. See, if he is
Side
another
bet.
You
podcast,
said that
Wilmy's an
before.
awesome
Yeah,
guy,
I know. He
but-
said it multiple times. and
He said it
always-
last week, and he was on 8 of
That's
them.
on his
Oh, dude, I know.
podcast tonight. It's like, I thought
Oh man, I got Assassin's Creed. Oh shit, 8 fucking podcasts.
That's true, too. That's the sad part. I did so many last week, I got tired of hearing my own southern accent.
Well, man, you realize podcasts aren't DLC for Assassin's Creed. Right?
I was, that's where I fucked up, man.
Don't tell him that.
He's still dead.
I was like, I just got to make it this extra hour and 45 minutes and I'll be done.
Man, that screaming guy level was hell on my ears.
Oh, mine too, dude. Oh, my God. I've never gotten off a podcast and have to start popping Tylenol.
What?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, just yeah.
What?
Oh shit, we went over. It's 7:01. Fuck.
Yes, but we've only been live for 118 minutes, so we have 2 minutes to keep Wilmy's thing. Thanks, everybody, coming out. We appreciate all of you. Catch us this Sunday.
We gotta get back to Assassin's Creed. We gotta go.
You can see Wilmy is going to be on Crossfire at Friday. On Friday.
But actually, I will not.
I won't listen to that trash, even if you're on there. But
I will not be on Crossfire this Friday. But actually, Mr. Mooch will be on with us next Wednesday. So,
Mooch.
Yep, we will have Mooch here next Wednesday night with us on Gaming Beyond the Box. So, but on that note, thanks everybody for coming out, and I want to thank everybody. We just keep getting larger and larger every week, and I'm not talking about Fort Boy's ass. I'm talking about the show.
Steroids are starting to work out.
Hey, Wilmy, that pump you sent me works.
Yes. That's good to know.
Pump it up. Pump it up.
Oh, my God.
Yo, yeah, that just happened. Yeah.
And see, that's why I was on so many podcasts last week. I was hoping to get on one with a normal group of people. It didn't work.
So we have to scream to be normal?
Oh, yeah. Oh, please don't.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Oh, no. Close it. Close it. Kick him out. Kick him out right now.
Oh, God. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming out and hanging out with us. And we will see you next Wednesday night. Have a great night. Have a great week. And like I said, man, just enjoy your games. It don't matter, what anybody else says. Just fucking ignore the haters and just game.